There have been some very dark times in the founding of SenseCheck. There have been many points where I've just looked in the mirror and thought, what the heck are you doing, Roger? I really haven't understood why what I think is a great idea hasn't just taken off the first time I put an advert on LinkedIn. But I guess what I'm learning is more and more about how marketing really works. And I suppose more and more about why so many businesses fail. The reality is when you launch a new product isn't about whether your product's any good. It isn't really necessarily about whether your marketing is kind of practically good. It's the fact that you're going into a world where your message is competing with thousands and thousands and thousands of other businesses competing for attention. I don't think at SenseCheck we have a direct competitor. We have lots of indirect competitors. But the competition for the success of a startup is all the other things that your customers could choose to do with their time or their money. That's the real competition. And the more we learn about human beings and the more we learn about the marketing process, the more you realize that what you're really trying to do is break people's patterns of thinking, get them to change comfortable, well-established, repeating habits they have in their lives. Change isn't easy to achieve. So I think one of the reasons why a lot of startups fail is because they never get to the point where they get enough people to change what they're doing. One, probably because they haven't got enough money to spend, and this is expensive stuff. And you are, of course, up against companies with far bigger budgets. But secondly, is your marketing is just not really cutting through. You're not getting an impact. You can write an advert that says all the right things, like I think I do with SenseCheck, but it doesn't seem to achieve anything because you're not cutting through, you're not breaking people's preoccupations, you're not getting their emotions engaged, and so they might look at you and walk away and forget all about you. So it's much, much harder than I ever thought it was because I didn't really understand the sheer scale of the task. So in the dark days of SenseCheck, and I look in the mirror and I go, what the hell are you doing? The only answer I come back with is, well, actually, this is why SenseCheck's such an important idea. And if you were to give up, you're just giving up on behalf of everybody and you're not helping make the world better for small business. You're not helping marketing success. If you can't get it right in terms of getting SenseCheck off the ground, you are sharing the problem everybody else has and you're not actually making anything better. So I stick with it in the belief that what I'm trying to do matters and actually will overcome those barriers over time. It might not happen overnight. It might take years rather than months, but I think we'll get there in the end. And that's one of the things about a successful startup is sheer bloody-minded persistence. You have to keep going when other people would drop out. And that's the only way. If you haven't got millions to throw at the problem, persistence is your only friend. It's the only thing that's going to get you through. And of course, getting a SenseCheck along the way. So do that.